Thank you very much. It's a great pleasure to address you. What I'm going to talk about here today is the instant network schools. And let me bring you back on a bit of a journey. In 2013, UNHCR reached out to Vodafone Foundation and basically asked us to use our technology to ensure much better access to education for refugee kids. As we know, around 40% of long-term displaced are children. Giving them education is absolutely key in terms of allowing them the ability to rebuild their future. But half of refugee children today do not access education. They're out of school. Then you add the other half, many of which don't have access to educational materials. They go to education in crowded school environments. They lack trained teachers, as well as lack basic infrastructure for a functioning school environment. In response, in 2013, therefore, Vodafone and UNHCR jointly launched what is called the Instant Network Schools. This is a transformational program that tries to achieve digital learning through school in a box. It's a modular approach which covers everything from connectivity, hardware, solar-based power, as well as educational content, all for local curriculum, as well as making sure that we train the teachers to be able to give the kids the best possible education. Since 2013, we have rolled out INS in refugee camps, but also increasingly rolled it out in public school environments, so as to allow marginalized groups in host communities to benefit from the same educational experience that we now can provide to refugees. At the last Global Refugee Forum, I was very pleased to announce at that time that we had the INS available in 4 countries, reaching 86,000 kids and more than 1,000 teachers. But we took a pledge at that time, and that pledge in 2019 was to invest an additional 20 million euros in expanding the program to reach, by 2026, 500,000 refugee children and provide them with the education that they need, as well as reach kids in host communities with this program. I'm very pleased to say that we are fully on track to meet our targets by March 2026. By the end of 2023, i.e. now, INS is already supporting 270,000 children in 118 schools in 6 countries. We have had over the last 4 years a 300% increase in the number of kids that we're able to educate through this digital learning platform and this school in a box. And today at the Global Refugee Forum, together with UNHCR, we're extremely pleased to announce that we will roll out INS for an additional 26 schools by October 2024, before the next school year begins, adding another 52,000 kids as beneficiaries to this program. It has very, very concrete improvements in the learning experience for students, but very importantly also for their teachers, and then the upskilling of the entire educational system that is much needed. And in this context, I think it's worth calling out that SDG 4, which is about quality education for all, is unfortunately one of the SDGs that we collectively are falling behind on. And no one is hurt more by this than the marginal groups that we're supposed to service. So from a Vodafone perspective, and from a Vodafone Foundation's perspective, jointly with UNHCR, we will call on all stakeholders to join with us in a global alliance for education and refugee education. This is the time where all of us are going to have to lean in much harder in order to meet our 2030 targets. And it's something that we want to listen very carefully to the voices of those kids that have gone through and benefited from this program, to learn from their experience, and to make sure that we, as the international community, gives the same opportunity to more children out there. So with that, I actually thought I'd show you a video with the testimonies of refugee children that has benefited from education through this program.
Watu wengine.
I have a dream of becoming a journalist.
نفسي أطلع مترجمة إنجليش.
Yaani niwe na uwezo wa kuunda kitu ambacho kitasaidia watu wengine.
dizer ao meu pai que a educação é a chave da vida.
Kama ningeweza kutamani kitu chochote duniani ingekuwa ni elimu.
Most of the girls believe now it's only education that can bring us out of the dark.
And school was a place where I was able to find not only knowledge, but I was able to find healing.
واشتركت في الفصل الفوري وتعلمت حاجات كتير ازاي خلت بقيت عندي ثقة. أنا كنت
Siku ambayo nilitumikisha interneti.
Technology has really empowered me to dream bigger. Not just dreaming, but I can also achieve it.
Alors j'adore vraiment ces projets parce que ça nous permet d'étudier et voir les choses en live. Ça peut nous aider à augmenter encore nos niveaux de réflexion et à progresser dans nos vies futures.
I don't think I'd be here. I don't think I'd be in college without technology. The INS program had a very transformative impact on my own educational journey. It basically made my dream a reality.
For my future, I'm seeing myself where I want to be, being proud of myself, making my parents proud of me, helping the rest of the society.